Hello, today I'm going to be going a bit murder bunny mad on people as I take a look at Boris the Summoner for Moonstone the game. Alright, so taking a look at another Moonstone figure. This is Boris the Bunny Summoner. Boris is available for the Commonwealth and the La Chevalte, which is how I will always pronounce that. This box contains a Boris and 3 murder bunnies. We're all for murder bunnies. Cracking the box open. We have many cards in this little box. We also have many bases. So, comes with 4 round lip slotted bases. The bag of resin components and our cards. So we'll have a look at Boris first. So Boris the Bunny Summoner is a fawn wizard. Handy for keywords. Melee of 2, range 2 inches, arcane of 4 and an evade of 0. Right up there when it comes to the casting. Herdmaster. This character gains 1 energy during the replenish step for each friendly murder bunny in play. That's excellent. If you can keep the murder bunnies alive, he can be quite a support character with a lot of output. Shepherd's Crook. If this character deals slicing or piercing melee damage, reduce the damage dealt to nothing. If this character deals impact damage, increase it by 1. So, important you deal the right damage. Summon a murder bunny on a 2 of any colour. Place a new murder bunny in contact with this character. A catastrophe, he suffers 3 wounds. Oh god, that would be terrible. He generates 4 energy per turn, so that's helpful. Summon the Jackalope. So this action can only be taken if there are no friendly jackalope in play. For 3, he suffers 3 wounds, so he will flatly suffer 3 wounds. But place a new jackalope in base contact. It has no energy but is considered a permanent addition to the troop and may activate this turn. On a catastrophe, he suffers 3 wounds and place a murder bunny in contact instead. You're always taking the wounds and you're always getting something. You just might not get what you want. His signature move is on a thrust, and it is the Rabbit Punch. So deals impact damage. Good, he'll get the benefit from that. Won't deal any damage against the sweeping cut at all, but against everything else you've got to stab at it. And he will also deal 1 damage for each animal within 4 inches. So obviously, murder bunnies on standby. The murder bunny cards, of which there are 3, all have the same stats and abilities on them. They just have the different murder bunny image. So if you're tracking which one is currently wounded, we'll have a look at this one. A melee of 2 and a range of 1. An evade of -1. So Thrall, this character can only enter play when summoned by Boris. Doesn't activate and can never gain energy. Instead, while the named character is active, the character can take actions including jog by discarding the required energy. So you have to spend Boris's energy to keep these people moving with him. So potentially good late game if you sort of build a herd to go with him. Back in the barrow, you can have 3 murder bunnies in play at any one time. If a 4th is summoned, you must choose 1 friendly one to be removed. If Boris is slain or removed, then the character is immediately slain, so all the bunnies go back with him. Weakling, reduce all damage dealt by 1. Harvest cost 1 energy. Oh, sorry, +1 energy. Razor and Sizers, if a character plays a rising attack, increase the damage by +2. Oh, that's nice. And Hippity, Again, you can hippity hop over actions during a jog as long as you don't overlap bases at the end. So they're fun. I like fun. It's no squirrel, but you can have everything. Model-wise, we have a set of 3 murder bunnies. So 1-piece casts. Therefore, fairly flat. However, the bunnies themselves have a good level of detail on them and look like bunnies. That one is particularly feral at the start. It's like the ascent of man, but in wabbit form. Casting is clean and crisp, good level of detail, and I'm not seeing much, if any, in the way of mold line or flash. For Boris, he is a 2-piece. So arms and shoulders / back is separate. Just fit around his neck. Bit of flashing around the staff and the crook. Just looking to see if I can spot the seam line, which is a game I like to play. Definite there, but that's going to be covered by the shoulder. No. Not easy to see where the seam line's coming in on Boris. Nice scowly face. And in the actor's stance, legs akimbo. Let's get him built and get his bunnies on bases. Okay, so Boris is built, as is the murder bunnies. Although it didn't take the bunnies particularly long, so let's start with those. They're just tacked into their bases. As you can see, delightful little things, ready to kill up anybody who comes near them. I think we all know that those rabbits are dynamite. Can be summoned in game by Boris, but also he can summon a jackalope, which is well worth watching out for, because it's a delightful creature. The build was very simple. The arms fitted straight on without any real issue, and the gap is practically invisible. You can see slightly under there, the join, but most of the time you're going to be viewing the model from above, so you won't see him. The fawn is around 38mm to the top of his horns, and to eye level what's that, about 32, so a 32mm figure, and a gorgeous one to boot if you're after a beastman or fawn or herd shaman for various games. Then he certainly does the job, and it's a beautiful model with his murder bunnies. So there we have it, Boris the Bunny Summoner. So there we have it, a fawn with a vengeance. In this case, 3 vengeances of hippity-hoppy murder death. We learned this from the Knights of the Holy Grail, that rabbit is indeed dynamite. And when you've got 3 murder bunnies on hand, you're probably on a hiding to nothing. But beautiful model, and great little interesting way to change up how your fawns play out for the Lashivert. I also like the fact that you can summon a jackalope, so stay tuned to see what he's like. But until then, let me know what you think of Boris and his murder bunnies below. I'm going to move on. Bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.